Yeehaw, it's YouTube Tuesday. We're back from Florida, and I'm out here in the hoop house. Today's video is going to be about how hard it is to get away from the farm, and we're going to look at the hoop house, and we're going to talk about turmeric. Anyway, it is nice in here. I'll tell you, Florida's got the climate, don't they? But in here is pretty good right now, too. It's windy and cold outside here in Virginia, but our thermometer here in the hoop house is almost 120. But that's kind of deceptive because the sun's shining on it. So, but I bet it's between 80 and 90. Anyway, it's really nice in here. Anyway, we're going to sit down for a minute and talk about just how hard it is to get away from home for a trip. Whether it's a house or an apartment or a farm, it is just hard, isn't it? It is really hard it's a lot of work to get away from home. So, but it's so worth it because everybody needs a break. We all need a break. But anyway, we're back from Florida visiting our daughter and her family and the grandkids, and it was wonderful. And you do need to take a break. I am Jean with CA&J Farm, and we're an off-grid capable medicinal herb and egg farm. We're healthy, happy seniors, living self-sustaining, working hard, trying to live with joy, using what the earth gives us, and sharing the natural health that we have found in our life journey. Every day's a challenge as we get older and just try to get it all done. But I share our adventures every Tuesday here on YouTube. I hope you can catch us. Thank you. Like I said, there's never a good time to get away for a few days. And when especially a small farm, and ours is a small farm, but still the work piles up. We hardly ever leave. But we are fortunate enough to have a good farm sitter right now. When you're getting ready, you always got to have your farm sitter spend a day with you, just going over all the ever-changing chores. I remember the last time she farm set for us, we had chicks and ducklings, but this time we don't have those, but we have a lot of herb and vegetable seedlings that need to be watered. And we asked her if she could please keep the fodder system going, which is where we raise the organic sunflower sprouts for the poultry. We have it growing in a hydroponic system in our heated plastic room in the workshop. So she was able to help us out with that, which is really nice because that's so good for the animals. We hated to stop it for a few days because then it takes a lot of work to get it going again. But I tell you, when you start going over the details of everything it takes to take care of the farm for a few days, you really realize how much work it does involve. And lots of work to get ready to leave and lots of work when you get home. But I tell you, our farm sitter, Julia, she kept everybody healthy and well while we were gone. Even Jill loves Julia. And Jill doesn't love everybody the way Jack does. But thank you, Julia, for the hard work. If we didn't have you, we would never get a break. And we sure appreciate you, girl. Thank you. Anyway, we have had some warm days, but it's still just the end of March. So I hate to bring out all the overwintering herbs from that low tunnel, and I hate to bring out the seedlings yet from my workshop. They're underneath the grow lights. But I tell you, I can't wait to take down the low tunnel, bring all the herbs out, clean them up, put them on the tables, and get them ready for the visitors. During the summer, our farm, the whole farm smells like herbs. And the teller at our bank told me one time that she thought our money smelled like herbs. And hey, I love that. Our 12-foot by 24 hoop house that CA built a few years ago is like a little bit of Florida on a windy, cold day like today. It's a pleasure to work in it, and with the sun out, the plants are happy, and so am I, sitting here soaking up a little bit of vitamin D before I start my evening chores. I tell you, if you can get a hoop house, I surely highly recommend them, and it helps you get a jump on the planting season, on the growing season. We have elderberry cuttings started in here, and I'm going to show you them real quick. I'm really getting into growing elderberry. I'm growing the Bob Gordon and the Wildwood that I get from River Hills Harvest, which is where I get our elderberry products. And we've got all kinds of cuttings growing. Oh, here's a science experiment. Growing lettuce from I cut off the end of the lettuce and I just planted it there, and it's growing, look, because it was cut off even. Then I've got some chives and some mountain mint, and as soon as we get past that last frost date, I'll be bringing out all the little seedlings out here too. And then I'll probably be planting some on the floor too. Oh, we have turmeric. We've got horseradish and ginger and turmeric. I've got a few weeds in there too. I have turmeric in these pots. And it's always so fascinating. We don't have any green sprouts yet, but we do have the root And let me plant that back. Let me get a little deeper. Pretty soon we'll be having greens come up there. About dropped the phone, sorry. And then we'll be having even more roots to harvest. So I tell you, this YouTube stuff is so hard with the equipment you use. It seems like my equipment's always falling down, and I guess most YouTubers have better equipment than me. But anyway, I will make do, I think. Anyway, CA and I do use a lot of turmeric. You do have to be careful because it will stain your teeth if you let it sit on your teeth too much. So one way I like to use it is in a tea, and I actually make a tea blend. I'll blend it with some peppermint and some elderflower or some yarrow or something like that, and make a nice tea. But you want to drink it so it's not just sitting on your teeth because it will stain your teeth. Turmeric contains curcumin, which is a powerful anti-inflammatory, and if you eat black pepper at the same time, it really increases how your body absorbs the turmeric, which helps it work better. So try to eat black pepper at the same time. It's also fat soluble, so it enters your system better if you eat it with some sort of fat. We actually put the ground powder. I'll actually take the turmeric. I clean it because it sure is dirty. Soak it, lay it out, dry it really good, slice it up, put it in the dehydrator, and then crush it into powder. And you can use it in smoothies. We consume smoothies all summer for lunch. It's just no better way to get your herbs. And I will be talking soon about what all I put in our smoothies. Our smoothies, you could pretty much live on them. And they are just super nutritious. And I'll be talking about the ingredients I do put in there. But we do put turmeric. We also put turmeric on our meats, veggies, salads, soups. I mean, it's just amazing. And so far, CA and I, we're in our 60s, and we have no pain. And who knows, maybe that's due to the turmeric. All I know is that good health is worth some work. It takes work and some organization and a little time. It really helps to write it all down so you be sure and hit everything you're trying to do, because it really does help. There's a big old bumblebee here in the hoop house. I guess he's in here keeping warm. There has been some research that turmeric helps with your brain function, your heart, and it might even be effective in fighting some cancers. So it's a wonderful root. You can grow it in a pot. You should try it. The only thing, if you're in a cold climate, you need to bring it inside during the winter. Well, this is going to be a busy week. Our tax meeting is coming up, and I was invited to participate in a small business think tank. And I'm sure I'll learn a lot. I love going to things like that. I always learn a lot. And our herbalist course is starting up in a few weeks, and I have some other groups scheduled to visit the farm. And our first drum circle of 2019 is this Friday. Yeehaw! It's always going to be fun, and the weather looks fabulous for it. So I'm so looking forward to seeing everybody from last year. And our first drum circle should be amazing. Anyway, lots of good stuff to work on. I don't know when I'll find time to clean the house, but I'm going to sit here another minute and soak up this sun. And then I'll do my evening chores. See you next week.